We're going to take a look at the exchanges here and try to see if there was a real punch that caused the knockdown. Here you see Barrera chasing him down earlier in the round when he hurt him. Now this is the same sequence. This is not the sequence of the official knockdown.
But this defined the round. And now here's the moment that may decide the fight.
This was not a punch. This was not a punch. Barrera may have won that round anyway and won the fight. This fight should not be decided on a no-punch knockdown.
Indeed. If the fight is decided by 2-point rounds in Barrera's favor, that will be an injustice because, as Larry pointed out, there was no punch. He missed with the little left hand, and Morales' head contacted his body instead. Harold, what's your final card show?
Okay, Jim. I thought Marco Antonio Barrera certainly was effective enough in the last 5 rounds to win this fight. 116, 111, 8 rounds to 4. Marco Antonio Barrera. You gotta call that 12th round 10-8. Mitch called it 10-8. It's a judgment call on Mitch's part. If you go down on the end of a punch, or you go down as a delayed knockdown, or you go to a knee, it's a knockdown. Morales went down. Mitch called it a knockdown. It's got to be 10-8. So Marco Antonio Barrera, the harder puncher, stunned Morales throughout the last 5 rounds. I thought he won it.
Michael Buffer has the decision already. Let's not wait. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for 2 fighters at 122 pounds that fought their hearts out here at the Mandalay Bay of Las Vegas. We go to the scorecards and we have a split decision. Dwayne Ford scores the bout 114 to 113 for Barrera. Harold Castellano scores the bout 114 to 113 for Morales. And Dalby Shirley scores the bout 115 to 112 for the unified champion by split decision, Tesonanotre, Tijuana, Mexico, Eric Terrible Morales.
So the crowd reacts to the split decision in favor of Eric Morales. As usual, there is no facial expression from Marco Antonio Barrera to betray his emotions, although right there, I think you can begin to see his disappointment. Harold Letterman, what about 3 judges who saw it that way?
Well, you know, Jim, there's going to be plenty of controversy over this one. Certainly, Marco Antonio Barrera, down the championships rounds, forced the fight, took it to him, stunned him on numerous occasions. I mean, there was no possible way with a 10-8 round and a 12th you could give it to Eric Morales. I disagree totally.
Nevertheless, Morales gets the call on 2 cards. We look at final punch stat numbers to look for some reasons why. And there's one big difference. Morales throwing 270 more punches than Barrera threw. But Barrera landing at a much higher percentage, 48% to 37%. And if you look at power punches, where the real damage was done because both fighters largely dispensed with their jabs, Barrera was right there in connects, throwing fewer, connecting at a higher rate, and in our view at least, doing more damage with each punch. Now let's go to Larry Merchant, who's with the winner and still champion, Eric Terrible Morales.
Eric, congratulations. Were you sure you had won the fight after the 12th round?
¿Estabas tú seguro que después del 12 tú que habías ganado la pelea?
Realmente fue muy difícil. En la caída que dijeron que fue un empujón muy claro. Lamentablemente el referee no lo vio bien.
In reality, it was a very close fight. I thought I won it because the knockdown was not a real knockdown, it was a slip.
Were you surprised at how well Barrera fought you?
¿Te sorprendió de lo bien que Barrera te peleó esta noche?
Realmente sí, de verdad fue una pelea muy dura. Creo que él trató de ser un gran peleador arriba del ring. Me llevó en muchas ocasiones Y realmente, la verdad, creo que muchas veces estuve a punto de irme.
Absolutely so. He fought magnificently, he fought real brave, and let me tell you the truth, there were many times when he had me reeling and I thought I was going out.
There were a few times, I was about to ask, when it seemed that you were almost going to go down and you just were able to steady yourself against the ropes or just manage to stand on your feet. Is that true?
Hubieron varias veces que él cree que tú estabas a punto de caer, pero tú fuiste macho y te soportaste. Eso fue la verdad, ¿verdad?
Realmente sí.
Absolutely so.
Was the emotions of the fight make you fight more of his fight than you really wanted to?
Con la emoción de la pelea, tú peleaste más el estilo de él. Eso es, así que eso fue lo que pasó.
La gente esperó mucho tiempo por ver una gran pelea. Yo creo que se merecía ver una gran pelea, sin importar los físicos, sin importar si salía limpio o no, quién ganaba.
Yeah, the people waited so long for a fight like this. We wanted to give them all, even if I got all beat up or he got all beat up, they needed to get a fight like this.
Yo vine a cumplir eso.
I came to fulfill that wish, what the crowd wanted of a good fight.
Will you give him a rematch, or do you want to go to the 126-pound championship and fight Prince Naseem Hamed?
¿Le daría una revancha a Barrera o quieres ir a pelear con la Hamed en las 26?
Yo dije que era la última vez que peleaba en 122 libras. Lamentablemente, realmente me siento muy cansado en 122 libras. Voy a subir de peso.
I said it all along, this will be my last fight, and then I really, it's weakening, making 122 pounds. I'm moving up.
Would you fight a rematch with Barrera at 126 then?
¿Pelearías tú una revancha con Barrera en la 126?
Con mucho gusto. Creo
Absolutely,
que
with pleasure. He's a great fighter and he deserves a rematch.
Thank you very much, Eric. Again, congratulations. Back to you, Jim.
All right, Larry, thanks very much. Well, the great news is a tremendous battle. Both fighters fighting courageously and well. Here's a look at the judges' scorecard by which Morales got the decision that many here, I believe, are going to see as questionable. Castellano, 1 point in Morales' favor. Dwayne Ford, a point in Barrera's favor. Dalby Shirley, somehow seeing the fight 3 points to the favor of Eric Morales. That one, a little hard to figure. Let's go back to Larry Merchant.
You may have just seen, Jim, on camera that Eric Morales handed the belt that Barrera had owned back to him in respect for the performance he gave tonight. Give us your feelings about the decision.
Dinos tu pensamiento y lo que tú sientes sobre la decisión.
No sé la verdad que hay que hacer en Las Vegas para poder ganar.
Yeah, I really don't know what you have to do in Las Vegas to win a fight.
Esa es la segunda pelea que me pasa esto.
This is the second fight that has happened to me.
Yo creo que la gente es el mejor juez.
The people are the best judges of all. They know who won the fight.
Were you able to force him into your kind of fight simply because of your determination to get inside?
Tú pudiste forzarlo a él que peleara la pelea tuya porque simplemente tú lo forzaste a que peleara la pelea adentro.
Yo salí a hacer mi pelea, salí a hacer lo mejor de mí, hice una gran preparación.
I came to make my fight. I knew that I had good preparation, and that's what we did.
Did you think you ever had him close to stopping him?
¿Tú crees que alguna vez lo tenía al borde del knockout?
Ya estaba él en el knockout, de hecho no pude finiquitar. Pero así es esto del box.
Yes, I had him a few times, but I couldn't put the last little touch on it to knock him out.
All right, Eric Morales said that he would be happy to give you a rematch, but that only at 126 pounds. Would you fight him at the featherweight limit of 126 pounds in a rematch?
Eric Morales dice que te daría una revancha, pero tiene que ser en la 126, porque él no puede hacer la 122. ¿Podrías tú y quieres tú una revancha en la 126 libras?
Pues no sé, voy a platicar con todo mi equipo, yo creo que gané. No tiene por qué haber revancha, yo ya demostramos los del OMB que somos mejor campeones.
I will have to talk over with my camp. We feel we won the fight. There shouldn't be a rematch, but we have to talk about it.
Thank you very much for a great fight.
Espero que el HBO se dé cuenta que su campeón que tiene no sirve.
And I want to let HBO know that their champion is not that good.
Thank you very much.